What is going on, everybody? Project Rod here, and it's time for racing here in San Diego for the Season 3 Qualifier. Just a quick reminder, though, don't forget to check out my Patreon for early access and exclusive content. Link on screen and in the description below. Not only did he take fastest qualifier, but he took high jump today. Doomsday and MMJ Producer on top here in San Diego, creeping up on that first place spot, now a point shy of tying Soldier Fortune. Earthshaker moving down to third place. And he is currently, Doomsday is currently in line to be the overall event champion with 16 points. Captain's Curse in second, and a three-way tie for third between Husky, Megalodon, and Dragon. This was the bracket, or the racing bracket after qualifying. It's going to be Doomsday versus Soldier Fortune, who was unfortunately the slowest qualifier here today as the first race of round one. So let's go ahead and get started with Soldier Fortune versus Doomsday. Both of these trucks, depending on how this race goes, is going to depend or dictate how the bracket or the leaderboards look like from here on out. But just a quick message from Julian Peacock saying whoever lands in the Arena Series needs to watch out because the Bull isn't gonna play. He's out for blood. Julian Peacock is ready. He's ready to get this Arena Series started. He's ready to see who his competitors are. He was your reigning World Finals 2 high jump champion for those who haven't, who didn't see. But as I was over here distracted talking about that, Soldier Fortune takes the win, knocking Doomsday out of the bracket. So things are going to get interesting. Looks like Soldier Fortune is going to hang on to that lead just a little bit longer, and Doomsday is not going to be able to go 3 for 3 here in San Diego. But let's go ahead and get started with the next race, or it's already started. But let's go ahead and turn our attention to the next race. Megalodon and Ice Cream Man, Brandon Thunder versus Nick Voorhees. Looks like Ice Cream Man has the advantage so far. Let's see what's going to happen in this final turn. Ice Cream Man going a little too wide, and it's going to be the Meg taking the win. It was Ice Cream Man all the way, but his turn was just a slight bit too wide, and Megalodon took advantage of that. So good on Megalodon and Brandon Thunder taking that win. Now it's going to be Dragon versus Captain's Curse. Captain's Curse was the winner last time in Salt Lake City, taking that racing win. Or excuse me, no, it wasn't Captain's Curse, it was Megalodon. Oh my goodness, I am so sorry. My stats are all over the place, but Dragon now Flames plays some issues coming off of the race lane, but Captain's Curse as well, hitting that jump horribly wrong, and he's going to have to try to save the truck. Who's going to take the win? Looks like Dragon is going to take that win. It looked like it was Captain's Curse all the way, but he had a hiccup on that jump again. Remember, in qualifying, I mentioned that that jump was very, very dangerous and very tricky if you hit it wrong. Unfortunately, Captain's Curse did that, and it sent him flying off to the side, and that's what cost him the race. Very unfortunate. But let's go ahead and take a look at the last race of round one, which is Earthshaker and Husky. So far, Husky with the advantage. Earthshaker coming off a little awkward off of that jump, but he looks to be good so far. He's collected himself. Husky slamming the brakes before hitting that big jump to avoid any kind of mishap. It's going to be close, though. A photo finish. I didn't expect that. We're going to have to wait and see. Here's the call. And it's going to be the Husky taking the win. Look at that, by a, what, 1/1000th? 1/100th of a second? I think 1/100th is the correct term. But taking the win, just barely inching forward Earthshaker. That has to be one of the best races so far we've seen. But now it's time for these semifinals. There's a possibility that Megalodon can go back-to-back in racing, or if we're going to have a new racing winner. But let's go ahead and get started with the first race of the semifinals being Megalodon versus Soldier Fortune. Going to be interesting to see who's going to take the win here. It's been a crazy, crazy racing event so far. Megalodon coming off the jump kind of awkward. Soldier Fortune getting that jump just right. Megalodon has some ground to cover. And it looks like Soldier Fortune is going to inch forward. I say inch forward, but he's going to take the win by a long shot. Megalodon will not be able to go 2 for 2 and defend his racing win from Salt Lake City. So Soldier Fortune is going to the finals and increasing that lead in the leaderboards. But let's go ahead and see the final race of the semifinals, Dragon versus Husky. Dragon, I believe he was outside of the lane and should be penalized, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. Husky, though, some trouble coming off the jump horribly wrong, and as he's crashing, he's all over the place, but he's back on all fours. Dragon getting the win, possibly. He should have the win, but Yes, it is going to be Dragon. Dragon took the win. That 3-point penalty, or 3-second penalty, did not affect him. He took the win. As we look at a recap of the racing and talk about W Energy, be sure to use code PROJECTRODROD to receive 10% off of your W Energy order. Be better with W Energy, guys. Beach and Peach and Galaxy Grenade. But that last race was something else. Excuse me, I have to cut my W plug short to talk about that. But that was incredible. Again, Discord link in the description below, as well as my Instagram and my TikTok. I try to post there daily and pretty much as possible. Guys, if you like what you see, be sure to leave a like on the video. It means a lot. I really appreciate it. Lets me know that you're enjoying this. Be sure to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already for more Monster Jam content. But that last race, that 3-point penalty, 3-second penalty, didn't hurt Dragon at all. That should have been Husky's race, but Husky took too long recovering himself, and that win belonged to Dragon. So crazy races going on here in San Diego. Everybody's fighting for that top spot, or at least the top 4 spots, one of the top 4 spots, to move on to the Stadium Series, because this is the last event that will be able that'll tell you if you're going to the Stadium Series or not. But Soldier Fortune and Dragon about halfway into their final championship race, if you will. And Soldier Fortune, Brian the Dog Webb, is losing it into a bicycle. Dragon, if he can keep it cleanly, Flames Plays has taken the racing win here in San Diego, even after the little hiccup he had with the 3-second penalty. He came back, took that win, and he is your racing winner as he's celebrating with some Cyclones and some Flames. Congratulations to Flames Plays and Dragon taking that racing win and getting those 8 crucial points. This is the leaderboard after the fact. Soldier Fortune still back on top, increasing that lead with 5 points ahead of Doomsday. Dragon is now tied for second, though, with Doomsday with 40 points. Megalodon moving down to that 4th spot. And looks like Doomsday is still in line to get the event championship, overall event championship win. So we're going to have to wait and see, as Skills is up next, guys. 2 more competitions left to determine who's going to move on to the Stadium Series. Don't forget to check out my Patreon for everything I've mentioned before, and we'll see you in Skills.